Alright guys, I'm out here working on the power supply. So, previous video, you got the plugs in either side, got the connection between hot there to hot there. For the variac goes here, power comes in there, top side here is auxiliary, bottom side here is output. I'm on a cord so I don't have much more room to move. So I got the transformer in here. I screwed it in as well, and then today I've gotten this transformer in. I trimmed all these because these were multi-tapped ballasts. So what I do is I'm using different taps. So to get my amperage range, one of them is 120 volt, 240 volt, and then 277 tap, and that gives me an amperage range of 3.9, 1.13, and 0.62 amps of ballasting current. Like I said, I wanted precision over mainly everything. And then I got the final, so if you don't want to go over your breaker limit, there's 50 amps of ballasting right here. So that's how that's set up. I'm getting those wired in. I'm going to try to get all these wired in, and then I'm going to screw down these contactors. First I'll get the wire in there, and then I'll screw down the contactors, just so I can have some room to get the wire in there, then push it back a little. And so, yeah, so I'm going to start wiring all this up. I'm going to see if I can get as much as possible in today. So I think what I'll actually have to do is I want to know what my main current coming in, which will be this wire here, will be handling the most current. I think I'm going to pop it off and then mount a CT right over here. And then that CT will measure that, and then that'll hook up to one of the CT wires. So I think I'm going to do that too. So just stay tuned, and well, this is going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of work, so I'll catch back up to you guys once I get that done. Alright guys, so it's like 7 o'clock now, almost 8 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I didn't get that much done, but what I did get done was those two contactors are in, ballast transformers are hooked up, this one's ready for the next one. So the coils on those are hooked up, and so is the back side completely. Probably can't see back in there. It's completely hooked up. That's what that side looks like. So that's hot one. This is going to be neutral. That hasn't been crimped on yet. Here's the neutrals that also need to go there. I don't have breakers for this yet. I can't actually get them in time, just like that voltmeter that hasn't come in. So I'm not going to be worrying about breakers yet, and because if and when I do go back through this and work on stuff, all of that's going to be cleaned up right here. So it's just going to be ugly looking right there, so don't ever want to look into the cabinet until I get that wrapped up and better suited finish. But the CT is in there. So the other CT, sorry guys, I really don't have much for a cord right now, so I'm trying to find one of my CTs. There it is. Alright, so this CT, I'm pretty sure, yeah, you can just fit it over like that. So all the power will be routed through these two outputs here, because this on 240, or between these two far outputs, because typically this would be 240 across here, and then so I'm just going to use it as bus bars for the 120 and 480. So, because then the 120 will go there, or then you'll have 120 or 480 there, and so I'll just put across these outer two. You can tell I'm getting tired. So I'll just slap a CT on there on one of the legs so I can measure the amount of current going through one of the legs, or at least the amount of current going on through the output. So I can just slide on over that, and I'll probably just hang on the wire for now because I don't have much room over on this side to mount anything. I can kind of move that out of the way, but yeah, there isn't much, or it can just kind of rest on top of there. I'll figure out something to do with it, but I think I'm going to call that a night. So see those two wires coming in through there over to here, and so you have a hot here, a hot there. So you have the hot coming in, the hot coming out. So this is 240 volt varied, and then you have the what would be the neutral is the 480 volt contact, and then right there, which with not much isolation is the ground contact. So grounding probably won't be hooked up to the variac stack, just to avoid any possibilities of issues, because you can tell how close the clearance is for the ground. So and then that's that up here. So you have the hots for the power supply for all the contactors, and then you have the 240 volt hot for the big contactor. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna go and call it a day and go inside and relax, and I'm gonna work on this tomorrow. So I'll catch you guys in the next video.